Okay, so I'm doing this really shitty video here and it's going to be pretty shitty, so I'm very sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. It's either this or nothing. Um, my other camera, my HD camera that I have, it's dead right now, so I gotta wait for the batteries to charge, and I don't even know where my charger is, so that doesn't help things. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with this. So basically, this is what I've been doing in the game room, and just to give you a little tour of the game room, ain't nothing really changed much. Everything's pretty much the same. That's still on the fucking wall, which I just been lazy and I haven't actually tore that monitor off because it's broken. TV, all my shit over here, all my amiibo figures up against the wall there, the storage units, and just there's been a few more posters and stuff thrown up since we moved in here, and there's not been a lot of huge major differences. So that kind of gives you an idea of, what's going on with this place. And there's just all of this right here, which that needs to be all organized too at some point. So yeah, not a lot's changed, but I've got big plans for this room once money's better. I'll probably put shelving up in over there. There's gonna be shelves going through there. I'm gonna probably move some of this around with the posters and shit. I'm gonna have shelving going all the way across for the most part. I'm just gonna change things up and move them around. Um, but anyway, the project that I've been working on is to get all the cables and stuff and get everything organized here on the TV stand. So, because it was a real fucking mess. You can kind of see like some of the remnants going on over there, which I haven't figured out exactly what to do with all the AC adapters yet. I may end up securing them to the brick wall, or I may end up just cable tying them real good and trying to just kind of hide them behind there. I don't know. But it's when you have this many components and you have a lot of shit going on, like I do, it makes it really difficult. And I'm making this video because I was pretty upset with the fact that there's not a lot of YouTube videos out there from YouTubers who do gaming and shit who have this going on. There's not a lot of solutions to it. I mean, I've seen some life hacks and shit, but I didn't care for a lot of those setups. So I just kind of came up with this on myself by myself when I saw a couple of people who were attaching shit to the back of their TV stands. I just had to figure out a good way of doing it. So basically, nothing's really changed with this either too much. There's been a few things that I've kind of changed up, but not really. I got the Dreamcast down there, the Wii U, Nintendo GameCube with the Game Boy Player on top attachment on it. Over here, you've got the Nintendo Switch, the AVS, which is the high definition NES, a game capture card, which is so I can actually record footage and do like live streaming and shit. And then my Super NT right here, which is a high definition Super Nintendo, and that thing's awesome. And my computer. So on the back side here is where all the magic's happening, or I'm trying to get the magic to happen. And as you can kind of see, it's still kind of a fucking mess. Um, it's never going to be perfect. Not when you got this much going on, but this is about as good as it's going to get for right now. So basically, everything's attached to the back of the fucking TV stand, and I've got it to where, like, once this is up against the wall, you're not going to really be able to see any of this going on. So I think I use these little U-clips, which are these things right here. You can get them at Lowe's for about a couple bucks or something like that. I also have some masonry ones right there I may end up using. I'm not sure yet though. And then just probably used about 50 or 60 of them fucking things on this to just tack them all down. And and my cords are all different lengths and shit, so that makes it kind of difficult sometimes. So I kind of had to get creative a little bit with how I was going to run it. But as you can see, it's all like contained for the most part. It's all on the back there. Got all the HDMI cables just kind of sticking out like here, You can actually move them a little bit. So if I have to adjust, or if I have to, thrust, just, stick it, thrust it right in a fucking hole, like right in that goddamn, right in the HDMI slot. Just fucking just thrust it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's blue. Yeah. And that's hot. That's hot and sexy. So, yeah, that's fucking awesome. So yeah, we can do that. And then there's just Ethernet cables going all the way up to like I got my Ethernet cable going to my Switch for online play. I've got Ethernet cables going to pretty much like everything. I mean, my router over there, you can see, has 4 of them into the gigabit ports, and you know that keeps my connections nice and stable. But yeah, this has been the project that I've been doing, and I think that if you're going to do it, like if you're like pissed off about all the cables and shit you have going everywhere, and it annoys and drives you fucking crazy, this is probably the cheapest and most effective way of doing it. Get some little fucking U clips and just clip shit down. Like I even went as far to like put my VGA converter for my oh, what the fuck is it, for the Dreamcast? Yeah, I even put that on the back of there with some Velcro and attach that shit down just so it's not up here and just sliding all over fuck and becoming a mess to just kind of deal with. So yeah, because actually VGA is the best way to go with Dreamcast. Night and day difference. But yeah, I mean everything's coming along. Everything's looking good. At some point, I'm gonna do something with these systems over here, and these are all the old school, shit that I don't have right now up there because they're not high definition. So the old school Nintendo, right there, yeah, that's gonna be getting hooked up to CRT along with all of these other ones, the 64, the Super Nintendo, the Sega CD, and the Sega Genesis. I'm getting a high definition Sega Genesis in April that Marcy was nice enough to buy me for Christmas. It was really the only thing I wanted, and it comes out in April. It's on pre-order. She's already paid for it and everything. It's going to be awesome when I get it. But the Sega CD that I have on the bottom of that's going to go to the high definition Sega Genesis because it does have an attachment, and it is 100% compatible with both Model 1 and 2 Sega CDs, so I'm very excited about that. But anything that's like old school composite with just regular AV cables, that's over there for now. Unless it's HD or it's component or something like that, I'm not going to fucking use it. Because also my 4K TV, it is not compatible with composites, so there's really no point. But that's pretty much the gist of it. That's what's going on with the game room for right now. And very soon here, I will have, hopefully some more money to actually do some of the other things that I want to do. It's just time and money issue. But yeah, later.